topic.
Okay. All
All
right.
right, I'm Pat.
I'm Will.
I'm Jeffrey.
And I'm terrible at saying no.
I've gotten better at it.
I'm terrible at real life and job. I'm terrible at saying no.
I'm pretty good at it.
And I guess I'm kind of in the middle of you guys.
I just happily take everything on and, yep, we can do it. Yep, we can make it work. Yep. I don't need to sleep. I don't need to eat. It's fine.
I am so defensive of my sleepy time, so it's not even funny anymore. If I have a bad night's sleep, sometimes I'll call in sick. You know?
We don't get sick days.
Huh?
We don't have sick days.
I don't really have sick days either. I have like 6 months of leave built up. So, because there's not really a sick day, there's just like...
Can you take a semester off?
No, not yet. So, I think I can go on sabbatical after I've been there for... I think it's
Is
6
that what
years.
it's called to
Yeah.
take a semester off?
Yeah, and you
That's
can...
what going on sabbatical is?
Yeah.
Well, it's sabbatical can mean a couple of things. One, it can mean you're just going to take a break. The other thing is that something comes up where, like, let's say you're doing archaeology, right? And you're teaching courses in it. You can take sabbaticals to go, like...
That's what you're
Go to the
supposed to do with
location
sabbatical.
to-
Yeah. So if you take
Oh.
a sabbatical, you're supposed to go do research or something.
Oh,
So,
that sucks.
but you're-
Well, all right, I guess.
That's
fine.
way easier than teaching.
Do you have to write a thesis?
Sure,
You hated your thesis.
I do, but that's a lot less work, man. So,
Really?
yeah,
It sounded like the thesis was way more work.
it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It was just work you didn't want to do.
right.
Because you had to do it on top of work.
Yeah, and other things. So, yeah.
Fair. Okay, if you're just trading one and one. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
And yeah, some guys dig, they take sabbatical and they just
Come back with a tan?
Yeah, that does happen. Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's that, because the other thing is you can take a sabbatical and say that it's basically for burnout. It's for
Mental health.
yeah.
I don't know if they'd actually approve that if you said that.
Like they did for Bill Watterson.
Okay,
My
but
company
he was a comic book guy,
He was.
so he didn't have to apply
He
for a
worked
sabbatical. All he
for
had to
the
do was say,
syndicate.
"I'm going on sabbatical." So, like, I have to apply for it and justify it.
That was actually one of the cases that I did was studying him specifically for burnout.
Huh.
Yeah, because he has that specific, the one that you don't want to have, where he goes for a really long time. It's like 6 or 7 years where he doesn't take a break, right? And then he finally takes a break, which means that he should have taken that break like 3 years ago, right? Because that means that he just pushed through it. It's like, all right, that's fine. Because then when he disappeared, it was for like 7 months. Then he came back for like 6 months more and then disappeared for another like
Ever.
9
I'm
months.
like, is he actually making stuff?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't think so.
Yeah, then he disappeared for another 9 months and then closed off with like 3 months, then called it quits.
Yeah, he was just on a retirement glide path.
I want that.
Well, he said he was fried. He said, I mean, that was the
yeah.
thing. Was
I mean, he wasn't going to go hungry either.
yeah, but he could have sold out. I mean, he could have
Yeah.
sold out hard, but he never did.
Well, I mean, I'm sure he didn't have a mortgage. So,
Yeah, he's probably coming.
yeah, I'm sure he was fine.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I need to play lotto if I want to retire.
That's a terrible way to do it.
Otherwise, I'm doing the working thing. Like everybody else.
Everybody has to do it,
You know.
unless you're born rich.
You can get rich.
You can get rich. You usually have to work your ass off to get rich.
Usually. I
Yeah.
definitely don't do that.
No, me neither. Yeah. So,
I have a lot of free time that I don't devote towards trying to make it so
Me
I
too,
can
yes.
retire.
So I have lots of free time, so that I try to devote towards things that are distinctly not related to making money.
Yeah.
I had
You forgot how to say no.
well, no. I actually in the past. So there was a gap after I knocked out like a huge project that was like 9-10 hours a day for a few days. And that's double hard when you're writing, right? That feel it's
sucks.
Jesus Christ. It feels like you've been there for like 28 straight hours.
Yeah.
And so I did have some free time afterwards. So I was like, okay. And I asked him, like, "Are you sure there's nothing else that you need?" Right? Because I'm on a roll right now. I'm not, but it's just like I'm in the mode. I can knock something else right now out while I'm still in that juice.
And let's expand my time off.
It's not, William. I get you. You know, and that
trade
was
that way.
that was oil rig 101, and you taught me well. It's just you're an absolute gem when it comes to that. It's just I was like, if I'm still in this mode, I haven't gone into I'm taking a break mode. Right.
Yeah.
Because that's something else. Your brain, it's like it literally switches off. It's like it's the train. It's like when the train's rolling, just keep adding gas to it. But then when you come back, it's like, I know that this is due Friday. It's Tuesday. I can do the sensible thing, but I can't get the engine started. I just don't want to. So I'm like, all right, well, since I'm not going to get the engine started, I will go on Steam. And I will play something stupid. And there is this game, I don't know if you've come across this, where it is...
How can you shake your head down?
I've been playing New Vegas.
Oh, so you literally haven't touched any other game.
Fallout?
I'd never played it. So
It's good.
yeah, it's fun.
It's really
Yeah,
good.
It's janky as
It's
fuck.
janky as shit. It's like... that's like if you go to like the coder section in the credits, this is just a list of people that need to be fired.
It's pretty janky. So
That thing will kick you out to the desktop a lot. But
it's not. It's better.
it's
now.
better.
What? It's a 14-year-old game.
Bro, I played it when it was new.
Yeah.
It was not.
I never played that one, so I'm
surprised.
Well, there was a Fallout fall sale, and so I got like all of them for like $10. And I was like,
No shit.
Yeah, it was really cheap. So, and I was like, I've never played this one. Let me go get it.
How did you not play it? I thought you...
I came into the series with Fallout 4, and I played the fuck out of that game.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And so in this one, it's kind of a step back, but like the story's way better.
It's way better. The choices actually matter.
Yeah, you can kill people. There's no such thing as somebody who's like gonna kneel down for a little while and get back up. It was like, oh, that guy's dead. I guess that quest is a fail.
Yeah. It'll tell you. It actually has consequences where if you do these things, you can't do these things, and they will attack you on sight. And this happens way earlier, where it actually impacts the game. And then, how far have you gotten?
Very, very. I just started over again.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Started over because you got stuck?
I got in a fight with the gang, and then they jumped me. I mean, I'm like sitting here just with my rubber band gun.
Was it? Did you get roughed up by Kaisar's Legion guys?
No, I haven't made it that far
Alright.
yet. So I was supposed to go see them, and I got fucked up on the way.
Those are the guys that I killed that I wasn't supposed to be able to.
Oh, really?
And they say something about that later.
Oh, cool.
Because I sort of like trapped them behind the rock. Because if they hit you once or twice, you're dead.
Okay.
So I kind of clipped my way onto the top of this building and got them to gather behind a rock. And I just threw like 30 grenades at them. And then, yeah, later on in the game, when you meet those guys, he's like, you weren't supposed to have done that.
That's kind of
He's
cool.
like, I don't know how you did
I
that.
don't know how you did that.
I was like, you know what? I died like 40 times doing it. I just wasn't. It's one of those spots where you are supposed to lose.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't accept this.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you lose, do you lose all your stuff and like have
No.
No. Okay.
No, it's got a quick save.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can save whenever you want. That's one of the nice things about most of the Bethesda games is they don't play that stupid
Go
save
back to
bullshit.
scratch.
Yeah, pick up your corpse, kind of thing.
Yeah, I do
Run out
not.
there
I
naked.
do not see. I do not agree with that design philosophy at all. But
No, I don't either. Man.
there are
Yeah.
people that swear to it. But
Well, I just got done playing Diablo 4, and
oh, that's a corpse game.
but you never die.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, even on the hardest difficulty, it's like, wait a minute, you like get out the little calculator and you figure out, it's like, wait a minute, I can get like such high level of thorns reactive damage that I can just walk in and give people hugs and they'll die.
so what is the challenge of the game?
Exactly. That's why I
okay.
stopped playing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what?
Does it scale if you have more people playing? Like, does it?
I don't know.
No.
So, well, no,
You
it's a
guys don't-
persistent world. You see other dudes all the time. So it's not like old Diablo 2 where you have an instance with just you and your friends. It's like an MMO, but you see people grayed out. So yeah. So there's always dudes on there.
All right.
And they're always hollering for like, oh, free shit over blah blah blah. Help me, So need to do Miss Fisto run, and it's like, oh fuck, I remember those.
Yeah.
So, but like just the way there was something different about it, man. Because I remember Diablo 2, there was points in it was genuinely difficult. So little flamethrower dudes that were riding on those other dudes' shoulders and shit, and like if you weren't set up in a certain way, you would get clobbered. But this game, It's got like a way to fix every problem. So there's no dilemmas, just solutions.
Okay, what an interesting concept.
Yeah.
You can give it to a 4-year-old and they'll be like,
Yeah, if they can figure out this, like, oh, this is what this means, and oh, wait, this stacks, and oh, this is a percentage. Oh, and this is a percent to hit crit. Okay, got it. Yeah.
Right.
And then so after a little bit, you realize it was like, wait a minute, this little tiny fucking like pinprick of a sword that I have gives me like a 100% chance to crit somebody, and I just basically poke you in the arm with it, you explode. So. It was like, well, I was trying to be a big badass barbarian swinging an axe, but I'll poke you with my safety pin.
Yeah. No, and it's weird when the game does that too, because that game's not exclusive on that kind of thing. There are in most of those that were games where that was accidental.
Yeah.
Right.
But you can also tell that it was not done by the same team that had done the previous games.
Yeah.
Because those ones they were genuinely hard and you had to make choices about what kind of dude you were going to be. This one it's like, oh no, just pay me gold to respect your dude. And it's like, why don't use gold for anything else? So So I got to the point in time you don't even fucking pick it up after a while.
Right.
It's like this yeah.
ah.
Now that did happen in the other games too, but after I can't even tell you how many hours. Basically, okay, so that would be your end game material. Where
Sure.
just like I don't even pick up money. It's stupid.
No, because you already got your kit. You've got like a set, that's all blinged out and stuff.
All you're doing is looking for kits. That's
You're just looking for runes at that point in time, But like in this game, it was like jewels were useless, so gems were. You were not even going to bend over to pick them up, let alone across the street to pick one up.
Right.
Yeah, and then. There were these goblin guys that drop like a shitload of really good loot all in once. So after a little bit, you just run around, find those guys, and kill them.
yeah.
And then, but eventually, you get to the point in time where you've got the best of everything that you could possibly want. And so, you're basically just eating enemies.
Well, and how long did it take you to attain this? This level?
Not like 15 hours.
Okay, that
It was really short.
in the other games that would have been at least 80 hours.
Oh no, it was ridiculously short to get you. The whole idea was to get you past the end game. In fact, the final boss shows up and you're like, "Oh wait, we're doing this." Oh, cool. So I thought this was like one of those, "Oh, she's going to escape through a portal" kind of thing. And you're like, "No, whack whack whack, dead." And then she transmogrifies, whack whack whack, dead. And then she transmogrifies, and then you just hit her twice and she's dead. And then roll credits, and it's like, "Huh. What do I do now?"
That's the game, huh?
Yeah. It was like I haven't even been to most of the places in the game. So, and I was like, well, maybe they're harder. No, they were not.
Well, I will say there are some games like that where that was so Diablo 2 had an expansion set.
Yeah,
And
yeah, great expansion.
well, it did. So the base game actually seemed kind of like easy in comparison, because the expansion shit was
hard.
because they turned around and said like, all right, you guys kind of walked on this, and we know that you have played it this much.
Yeah,
So we're not just going to make this a one step up. Oh, well, you know what? Probably the ugliest example of this is that 4th episode of Doom.
a 4th episode.
Yes, the 4th episode of Doom 1.
Is that the one with all the fucked up like ledge walking and
ledge walking?
Yeah, okay.
And just anytime you walk into a place, it's like, this would be a great place for an enemy. Here's 5, right? Everything about it was just it was torture, right?
Right, yeah. This room's the size of a shed, and there's like a fucking cyber demon in here. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Get to arm wrestling. Yeah, it's and we hated it. Those were the ones from Final Doom. And
Yeah, you're right.
those sucked.
Yeah.
But for the absolute hardcore of hardcore people, they love those levels.
Yeah.
You and I, we stopped. Remember, we were rolling through
I thought we got through at least.
we did 2 levels on that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
We went through because they put them on the Xbox 360 for like $4. So we bought those.
Yeah, we were just co-oping it.
And we just co-opted it. We got to the end. We played the original. I was like, this is a great trip down memory lane. This is cool. Like,
It really was fun.
super fun. And then we did the expansion levels, but neither of us had ever played.
Yeah.
And they're awful.
Like so many enemies.
They're awful.
You got like no ammo.
Everything was just
Punch it.
If you have to, yeah. So, well, you get a chainsaw pretty quick, you know. But
again, if you take the perspective of people that bought the first 3 episodes, played those to death, and they were looking for something that was a new challenge, that's perfect for them. For those of us that were just kind of like, we're tourists in the land of Doom.
yeah, we played all the way through Doom 2, though, didn't we?
No. We played through about 12 levels of Doom 2, and we were like, these levels are obnoxious.
Yeah.
These are... Because
I did beat Doom 2.
we did. Well, we did. We beat those in the past, but playing those together after the first game,
Right.
where every Doom 2 level is basically, I don't want to say it's the same, but it's start here, you can see
the
your
key.
final objective
Yeah.
right there, right? What you have to do is wander around hallways for about 45 minutes that are all stacked on top of each other, and you will start exactly where you were, except for a couple of levels which were genius. There's a level called Dead Simple.
Oh, yeah.
It's the best level in the game.
A straight hall.
No,
It's a square.
square. It's a courtyard and then a hall on the outside, and it's full of enemies and
You lower platforms.
lower down, yeah, and then you fight them, and then you get a key that opens one of the doors. You can see all 3 doors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, and then, oh man, I remember that was like we did deathmatch on that one for like 5 hours. There were so many bodies. It was really crap.
Did the bodies appear? Oh my god!
It was just an ocean of dead Pat and Jeffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this one's mine.
You couldn't tell. They're all green.
They're all green.
They're all green.
They're all
It
green.
looked like a Civil War battle.
But in comparison, like, so when I had some time to burn, there was this game. I don't know if you've seen it. It is about running a collectible card game store. Yes, William. And yes, you can collect the cards. And yes, the cards do have individual values. And you want to... You have to decide whether to keep or sell your good cards.
And?
You open your own packs. You open... William,
Oh.
this is ridiculous. Like, it's a no-stress kind of game. I mean, it is funny that one of the items that you have to stock is deodorant. And...
Why?
You don't shower for days because
Nope.
you're opening packs.
Because the customers stink.
Oh.
Oh, dude.
You don't. They'll buy the deodorant, but also
The customers buy deodorant at a card place.
yes, but if they're not too keen on it, you spray them. Because otherwise they'll chase other customers out.
That's hilarious.
That's such bad stereotype. Dude. That's
Is it a
jacked
3D
up.
game or is it a little 2D platform?
It is a 3D game. It
Okay.
is the graphics are not
it's
amazing, but
just
they're
a
not
little
crappy.
Unity
They're
game.
not.
I don't think
Yeah.
you really need them to be.
But the actual collectible cards, right? They all have that real charm to them. These feel like super real. I got the urge. I was like, I want to open a box of something.
I want to open. I watched some of the Pokemon opening stuff that some the kids watch sometimes, and I'm like, damn it, I need to get Pokemon
Right.
because some
Right.
of those cards are just worth crazy money, man.
It's a white trash lottery, man.
It's my
You
kind of
don't
lottery.
understand, Pat.
It's my kind of lottery.
I got you.
I didn't even care about the Pokemon, but the fact that they're pulling, but I mean, they're also spending like $500 on the box,
Oh
and
yeah.
I'm like, and then you open a pack. It's like how they went with football cards. There's like 4 cards in a pack, and it's like,
Yeah.
dude, you can't spend $9 on a pack and get 4 cards. It's just messed up, man.
I feel like you should get a minimum of double digits. Like 10 is the least amount that you should get. I understand that Topps kind of overdid it because it's Topps. They had so many cards that they're like boxes are like holding open doors at the factory,
Yeah.
and they're giving it out for like Christmas bonuses. It's like, I don't want this. I made these.
I've seen some of those pictures or some of those shorts where they're unboxing like old school baseball cards
Yes.
and stuff. And there was this one. It was a import over from TikTok where this guy found like this really valuable Mickey Mantle card, but the gum had stuck to the back of it. Yeah.
Oh, to do that on tape, oh man.
Can you restore something from there, or is it pretty
That
much?
part,
I have no idea, man. It looked like battery.
Yeah,
Because I would think that
it'd be like putting oil on it. All right.
chemically speaking, I can think about the equation right now, and I don't see any way to like.
No.
This guy's funny though because he'll open them up and just go through them one at a time. So and then at the bottom of the video he'll have the value of it, but then he'll flip it over and it'll adjust the value and stuff based upon like okay, so this is the earlier run, and then it'll go down, or it'll be like, oh no, this is exact one, and then it'll go up, and then he had this Mantle card, it's like thousands of dollars, and he
Like
flipped
what?
it over, it's like $3.
God, and I bet a pack of those is like,
I can't. Well, he shows how much it's kind of like Storage Wars, but not. Well, hopefully not fake. Probably fake. So
well, I can't imagine how many packs are left of.
I don't know.
that-
They were
that
they were
age.
ancient. They were still
Yeah.
packed in like wax paper. So yeah,
Yeah, going back that far, I can't imagine how many
60s. Yeah.
packs there are.
So
That'd be wild.
Well, on top of that too, you take a huge risk when you buy something like that that is still closed. You take a huge risk by opening it in terms of the value because
Because you got now you have nothing.
whereas yes, it's like
There's still hope.
they probably make more money off of TikTok anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
not TikTok. TikTok sucks for me.
Well, I mean, they do it in TikTok and they do it YouTube Shorts.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
All right.
So I don't know.
Like there's
It's all
one
cross-platform.
there's one guy that Levy watches that is a Pokemon collector, and he'll have like a mission where he'll be like, okay, I have to complete this whole set by this amount of time by going. So he'll be at like one of the shows, and so he has to go around to different people. He's got like a trading binder. And so he has to go through and get it, and he has a little bit of money that he can buy some packs and buy some things.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But if he doesn't complete the mission, he gives the whole binder to a user or a viewer.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay. That's
And like
cool.
one
Yeah.
was like a 3,500 card binder, like I mean, just monster things, like worth. And some of these things are worth like $500,000. And
Dude,
he's
there
just,
are $17,000 cards
yeah,
in that set.
and he's just going around and I'm like, he's like, yep, I don't think I'm gonna hit the time, and it goes to somebody. I'm just like, oh man, dude.
Well, Pokemon, I got to tell you, Patrick, Pokemon learned some of the tricks that they learned from like baseball cards and stuff, where they would basically do the thing like they used to call it like first day productions from I think it was Stadium Club.
Yeah.
Where these cards at random would be like hit with this. So you'd have that multiplier thing of this card plus this variant.
It's a shiny.
yes, and it happens to be one of those first day productions. Like you're talking about, they were randomized when they made these things. So you're like, this is a $17,000 fucking Pokemon card, and you're supposed to play a game with it.
I wouldn't play the game. I'm collecting this stuff. But my toys are still also in the box, so that defines who I am.
Roger that. No, and that's there was. I wish I'd gotten in on this at the time when, like when Toys R Us, like back in the day, if you had one that was around from the 80s, their stock rooms were like the end of fucking the Raiders of the Lost Ark. So they would come across stuff that was unsold from 1980, 1982, brand new in packaging. And this was when the like we talked about last week about the next wave of retro.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Because nobody wanted 80s stuff in the 90s. You wanted 80s stuff in the 2000s. So these people they're cleaning up. They're doing the old inventory from Toys R Us and KB and all these other, actual toy stores. And they're finding like
Just yoink.
and it's like, yes, you are taking these straight to eBay because these boxes didn't even have like dented corners. They never, like, they didn't have scuffs. They weren't in somebody's house. These have just been straight up packaged for the whole time. I was like, how much? Like, you said $2,000 for that. I can't afford no $2,000 for that. But then again, some dude right next to you, you're like, well, I'm a software engineer.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I know you have your little SkyCap money, but yeah, and then those dudes were like snapping that shit up. I'm like, man, that's crazy. And then later on, this is the funny thing was, as soon as people buy those, they turn into the biggest dicks in the world because they say, whatever happens, you cannot reproduce this line. Don't you ever do...
Yeah. Well, that's how they ruin baseball cards in the long run. So...
Was that the trick?
Yeah, they just made a shitload more.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yes, they did.
Some of that stuff's just not worth as much as you think. My wife actually has a Han Solo in package from Return of the Jedi.
Oh, 84.
Something like that.
Yeah.
84, 80, 85. I looked it up. It's like $16. I was like, really?
Well, they made a ton of them.
Damn.
Apparently they did. Apparently they just made an absolute shitload of them. Her Jabba the Hutt's worth way more money. So, but it's jacked.
Is it open?
Oh, fuck
okay.
yeah. So, for some reason, the Han Solo is not, though. So...
Well, for the longest time, like the ones that were valued, there was this character in the first, in 1977, he was called Yak Face.
Mm-hmm.
You've probably seen
I've
this.
seen that
like,
one, yeah.
All right, it's a dumb character. Nobody wants it, but that's the one that's worth on card like $5,000 because it was just one of the background characters from like the Cantina. But it's just like completely the set.
Yeah.
It's like nobody gives a fuck about Yak Face. This is nobody's favorite character. But those ones, I mean, those are the ones where, nobody kept those because they would be valuable or anything like that. Fucking, I remember even into, like, when we were collecting these things in the 80s, how many times did you open up people's, like, tins and you'd see their cards and there's a big rubber band across the side and it's like, ugh, all right, ugh.
Yep, not me.
No.
I was taking care of them all. Organized.
Well, they had you too. They were like, well, these sleeves are the polyurethane ones. They won't, in 400 years, they won't turn your cards yellow. It's like, Okay. Well, these are the ones that I want then.
I need to think about my family's future.
I was an investor back then, just a
Right.
terrible investor.
Just played the wrong lotto.
Yeah.
What was the first card that ever went in one of your hard cases?
Probably like Deion Sanders rookie.
Okay.
It had to have been an 89 score, something like that.
I gave one to my daughter the other day. She found it. I've got a Mark McGuire rookie card that's in a hard case. I looked that one up. It's like $8.
Oh,
I know, man. So, well, that's the cool thing about the internet. You can basically take a picture of it now and
That's
it'll be like,
true,
here's your
yeah.
card. You know?
You know, and it turns out that there is no need at any point for Overstreet or Beckett's at this point. It's eBay. You just go to eBay and see what the last one sold that's in your condition.
Yep.
That's how much they're going for,
Yeah.
right? I remember that shit back in the day where you take those to like comic stores. Well, it says it's, this is worth $80. It's like, well, no,
I'll give you 20.
give it 20.
You gotta keep the lights on. So
Yeah. I'm gonna have to frame it. Put it up on the wall. You're gonna take up space.
He's doing the rig
No,
out.
no, I have to sell to somebody else for $80. Yeah.
I wonder if every comic book guy watched the Pawn Stars is like, oh, that's how you.
Dude, they were doing that 10 years before that show was even near TV.
With with such smaller scale shit.
Oh yeah,
right?
with little kids. Yeah,
Because it's not somebody walking in there like well, it's a genuine Stradivarius. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just like, well, my guy walked in here. He says it's priceless. It's just like $16.95 is the best. Because you gotta remember, I have to resell. I gotta keep space in here.
Yeah.
Everything in here takes space. I'm gonna need to put a sleeve on that to make it look good.
Somebody is not going to buy this coming in off the street. I got to take this to auction. And I know what you think, but auctioneers don't work for free. They're going to take their cut off of what the sale is. So,
Well, I mean, that's honest.
it's true. It's
honest. I mean, it's like, I'm not going to buy it from you and hang on to it until it goes up in value and then pocket the difference.
Yeah, they usually do turn it around.
Yeah, I'd be like, no, man, the book says it's $80. I'll give you 50 for it. So, I was like, all right, well, go sell it yourself then, bro. So,
Now you can.
yeah, go knock yourself out.
Well, and that's the thing. You can be nice about it too. It's like, hey, that's what I'm going to take it for. It's like, if you want to sell it yourself, go ahead, man.
Yeah,
That's
go for
cool.
it. Yeah.
You don't have to be rude about it. I know some dudes would be, because they're trying to bully you. Well, this
is an art. It is with nothing.
probably one of the few privileges of owning it. Yeah, dude, there was like an ethical question where, let's say this grandma, right? She comes to you, she says, hey, my husband died, he had this box of comics here, I'm struggling financially, I'll sell it to you for $1,000, right? And you say, like, yes, you'll take it, okay? Now, if you buy that for $1,000, pop it open, look inside it, and there are a couple of real winners. It's like Junk, Amazing Fantasy number 15. Junk, Superman number 1, right? Do you just walk away knowing, I fleeced this old lady, or do you go back to her and say, you had some real gems in here?
Am I opening this in front of her, or did I go back home?
Does that matter?
change?
Yeah.
You're right. Well, so you don't have a poker face to be like, junk.
Junk.
I don't want to do another drive.
Oh.
Really?
That's how I operate.
Not gonna go back to the office tomorrow. Yeah.
If I got home and that I discovered it, she never knows. I'm happy. I don't want to drive back out there and be like, here's some extra cash. But if I did it in front of her, I'd be like, hey, there's some big stuff in here. No, you can. It's worth a little bit more here. Here's a little bit more.
Well, or would you say like, look, do you want me to help you sell these? Like, you gonna split these with me or something?
They're mine. What are you talking about?
Okay, so I've got my hand up. What would you do?
This was pretty clear. I would totally split it with her.
Would you split it?
Yeah, if there was like a Superman #1 in there, and she's like, I can't pay my bills, I'd be like, I got you. I got you.
You can.
You can.
I said, tell you what, let me spot you the 1,000 now.
Right.
And I'm going to go ahead and take this to auction. Now, if you cut me in on, or would you do it for free?
Well, I don't know if I would do it for free. I mean, my time's like still my time. So, but like, I mean, if it was obviously that she didn't know what she was talking about, I wouldn't just fleece her. So
I would.
Well, she wanted $1,000 for it.
She wanted 1,000. That was deal done.
okay. Yeah.
I'm cool.
See, William, I'm going to sell you my car for $10. Is that a good price? I don't know shit about cars.
$10.60 is about the best I can do.
Damn, I needed 10. Yeah.
Well, tell you what, I'll do you 3, and you can rake my yard.
Yeah, I'm not doing business with you. Chiseler.
Yeah,
Like if you saw it on the next door app for $1,000, and you were the first one there to go get it, yeah, it's done.
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
If I'm not gonna, if I'm the one that fleeces her, someone else was gonna do it, so might as well be me.
Yeah.
I actually will collect.
If I wasn't going to rape her, someone else would do it. Might as well be me.
That's a good point.
That's not a good point. That's
It's
illegal.
not moral equivalent.
Holy
No, it's not.
Well,
Yes.
No, he says, like,
She set the price. I didn't go over there and be like, sorry. I saw the Superman in there. I can only give you 100.
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
So
I didn't
if
go
you-
in there and like undercut her or anything.
That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, if you're gonna rape somebody, like, take him out to dinner. That's what I'm saying. Like, because you would have people. It's like, it's not worth 1,000 in here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
I'll
do that.
Stuff.
And if she took pictures of it and I saw that already,
What if it was your
there,
mom?
That's what I'm saying here.
Yeah.
Because every old woman is somebody's mother.
Right.
that's fine.
That's your mother.
I think saying I
Alright,
do that
that's
to
fine.
somebody else's mother.
Yeah, it's fine if somebody did that to mom too.
What if you did it to your mother?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Would you do it to your own mother?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Well, at least that's consistent. Yeah. I'm pretty impressed.
Yeah, it's solid. Yeah.
Right,
I
exactly.
respect it.
I've never met someone who's completely chaotic neutral.
Maybe I should be in business with this guy.
If,
Like,
if that's the price she wants for it, I'm not going to argue. And this is coming from her. I should actually be haggling the price down.
What is she? Yeah, she'd probably be proud of you.
Yeah.
It's like, Mom, that was worth $1 million. Good for you, William.
You still paid
proud of
1,000.
you.
Why didn't you
Yeah.
get it down to 400?
It's like, yeah, it wasn't $1 million. It was 999.
yeah, that's the thing. I think I'd be somewhere between you guys. I think I'd be like, look, man, I got you. You have more than enough to take care of this year. Like, and I would be like, I didn't have to tell you this. I'm just gonna break this down for you. I'm gonna help you sell this stuff, right?
See,
But this is what I'm gonna get out of it.
I don't have the power to be able to say that I want to pay you less than what you're asking. But I'm also not going to go back and tell you I should pay more than what you're asking.
This is a win-win. For me, this is a win-win scenario. I'm like, I'm gonna get something for nothing. Like I was all I had to do was get $1,000 worth of material here. If there's more, and I mean significant, if I'm gonna get her for like $6 extra, I'm like, I gotcha, bitch, and I'm gonna brag about it. But if this is something where we're talking about $2 million worth of product here, and I got her at 1,000. And her husband passed away. We're talking, there's a generation, hers is like the last generation that wouldn't look this up. Like, you have to remember, her phone confuses her still.
It's got buttons on it.
Yeah. What is the that's called like the old people pad or yeah, it's got like an offensive name, but it's like
Right,
the phone with they try to make it sound dignified, but it's not.
Blackberry.
The gentleman's brick.
It's something like that. It's something where it's like the happy bug or something like that. It is. It's that phone, and it's got those huge numbers on it. Kind of looks like a bug, but
Like a ladybug.
yeah.
I've never seen that.
I haven't either.
They had this. Yeah, the buttons are like this big.
Cool.
Did you see this when you worked at?
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
So yeah, if we're talking about that kind of difference, it's like I've won, you've won. Let me help you out here. I'm not going to do it for free, but I'm going to help you out. If she's then took that from me and said like, oh, there's valuable stuff in here, well, I'm not selling it to you. Then it's like, no.
That's why I opened it at home,
Right.
and she won. She got exactly what she was looking for. Victory.
So as far as it basically is, as far as she doesn't know, it won't hurt.
Yeah. I'm not gonna go sell this stuff. This is mine. So it's not like I'm gonna go make a profit. I'm just.
You're not going to turn that stuff around?
That's my gold.
You can't take it with you, William.
That's
Remember, it's worthless until you actually cash it out.
right.
But it's mine.
Right, but it's not worth
Until
anything
I
until you
die.
cash it out. Yeah.
No, I'm not cashing it out.
Well, then it's not worth anything.
It's worth everything to me.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's the holy grail.
This is bullshit. You see, this is the thing. It's like dragons don't spend it. They sleep
No,
on
they
it.
just hoard it.
They sleep on it.
The coffee. So,
There's no way I'd sell it.
I would be at the auction as fast as I could drive there.
Not a chance.
Actually, you know what I do?
Are you saying if it's Superman 1 there,
Yeah.
you would sell it? Oh no.
Yes.
No.
Yes. So actually, what I would do is I would take it to a professional grader first.
I would get
Right.
it graded, yeah.
I would get it graded, and then I would look up the best way to sell that thing as quickly as
I
possible.
would not sell
Somebody else like you wants to put it in their collection. I value the cash that it's worth. It is not a store of value for me.
it.
I would mark it down 10% and say I'm at the bank right now. So
Bring motivated.
cash.
Yeah.
Is there anything out there that you would collect, that you would just want to have?
guns.
Yeah. You don't have to like fish too hard for that.
No, it's easy, man.
Will you take
I
them
got
out
a
of the
fucking shopping list, you know?
Will you take them out of the package and play with them?
Yes. I will clean them in the dishwasher. So
Is there a vintage one that you wouldn't want to use, that you would just want to have?
No, I wouldn't buy it if I couldn't shoot it.
Yeah, because it would break.
So-
I mean, it's dangerous.
Yeah, I wouldn't want no
Like
you
an
know,
authentic Civil War one that
I would not pay
General
money.
Lee's
No,
or
fuck that. That belongs in a museum. You know? So no. If I can't shoot it, I don't want it. So,
I would want it. I don't even collect guns, but I would want it.
no, I don't want it. I wouldn't waste my money. So
Exactly what I want. It's like the exact definition of what I want.
I would be pissed being out the $1,000. You'd be like, shit, I can't do anything. Because what I'm gonna do, I'm never gonna open those. I'm never gonna look at the pages inside. I'm not gonna. It's like
No.
it's gonna stay in.
Hell yeah. That's a dream come true right there.
That just it takes up space in the house. It's property.
I like broad property.
God, I would rather have like fishing rods and shit because at least I'd use those.
No, I like my stuff that just sits there.
Oh, wow, where does this come from, dude? I don't know.
He's just got like part hoarder.
It's what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just like
For my-
your
For my
leprechaun
collectible
goals.
stuff,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Again, all the stuff that I've bought that has been vintage, I took it out of the package and I played with it and I displayed it and
I'll display it in the package.
I can't play with it in the package. I
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
I can look at it in the package, and
That's perfect.
if I'm looking at it in the package, I can look at it online for free.
But you have it. It's yours tangible
weird.
in your hand.
No, I mean I understand the mentality. I just don't subscribe.
No, this is bullshit. Because he's doing that little dance at the edge of the volcano, and the thing is going to break away. He's going to fall in that lava.
Yeah, but then you'll get his stuff, so it'll be fine.
This is going to happen. Man. This is exactly what that book is about.
Yeah,
Is this.
I'm happy.
Yeah, that's fine as long as you're happy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, spend your money however you want.
Well, I don't buy anything,
Oh,
so that's why that would be the holy grail. Because for whatever reason, I had the $1,000 to do for it. Now I wouldn't have to buy anything again for it.
Well, this is the tough thing here is we just don't live in that market anymore where you can do that so much, right? Like you're not going to steal anything at a garage sale. You're not going to go down to yeah.
well, you can still find some pretty good stuff at garage sales. So
You can, but you're not the old stories of like
you're not going to find a Stratohovius.
Yeah.
No.
Because you can use your phone to look it up now.
Yeah.
So
Well, they get those guys who are professional garage sale hoppers. So last time my mom had one, like 3 or 4 years ago. They were all the people that they were there at 9 o'clock in the morning. They pick up, like, go through it, and they bring cash, and so.
And they have the app that shows them where
They do,
every garage sale
it's a
is.
Saturday, so they've got like plans.
See, that's the thing is I do love that kind of thing, right? That would be a fun thing to do, like with your kids, at least from my perspective. Like trying to hunt down, especially if there's stuff that they wanted. Like
My kids don't want stuff anymore.
No, they just want screen time.
that's,
Seriously, man. Yeah.
Literally, like Christmas is hard. Like they don't want stuff.
My daughter got easier this year. She actually wants clothes, and I'm like, that's a very girl thing to want. Finally,
makeup.
She's already got all that.
Oh,
She's in middle school.
She's in middle school. Yeah.
Well, she's in high school. So that's
You will be
100%.
going to high school next fall. Yep. That is wicked.
Yeah.
She'll be driving in a couple of years. Yeah. I'm already saving up for my next car.
That's what I'm doing now too. Because my boy's gonna take my car.
I don't know, man. So like by that point in time, like I already have 3 cars. I don't think I could fit a 4th. So and I just redid my yard so I could fit one of my cars on my yard. So I think I'm tapped out. So
Yeah, I only have the one car, so there's
you only have one. Okay, so that's doable.
yeah.
Has your garage got space for 2 cars in it?
Technically,
Yeah.
Could it?
technically,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. See, I think my garage could have space for 2 cars in it if the next car is much smaller. So I don't think that's going to happen.
I can fit 2 cars in, but then you only open your door like just that hair so that you can kind of squeeze out and stuff.
Yeah, see, mine, in order to get a car in mine, you have to back it in, and I'm terrible at that. So,
Well, your new car will have a camera.
Huh?
Your new car will have a
My
camera.
old car had a camera, and I still sucked.
Okay, well, maybe your new car will have the button that'll.
No, man, my car lives outside, so yeah, I'm fine with that.
The winter though.
It sucks.
It's
okay.
You might not have shoveled, but you have to at least clean your car off.
When it's gonna be shitty, I back my car.
I will find
it
a way.
actually melts a little bit. Although this last snowstorm, I actually had to shovel my car off. Yeah. So.
But as we said, we've gotten through it now. We get the one.
I don't know, man. I kind of liked it, so I wouldn't mind having a couple more like that.
My kids are always cheering for it.
Yeah, my daughter was off 3 days. I can't remember the last time we had a 3-day snow week. So
They had 2 and they were scheduled that Friday off.
okay.
So
So they got lucky. I don't think they no makeup day on that one. Teachers just bitching. We lost workshop day.
we haven't had to do makeup. We have so many snow days built in.
Do you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know how many we have built in. This is the first year that we're kind of like on your schedule now because they started earlier. She got a full fall break.
Like 2 weeks or 1 week?
1 week, and then 1 week off for Thanksgiving coming up. And then I think spring break is just 1 week, but she goes back earlier.
Mm.
See, like this year is cake for me, man. I get like almost 7 weeks off.
Oh my god.
So,
7 weeks for Christmas?
yeah. So my final is actually on a Monday. So I'll be there on Monday of finals week, and so then it's 6
Oh
weeks
my
after that. So I get
gosh.
almost 7 weeks off, man.
Holy cow. I need some of that.
Just worked out that way this year. It's great.
I scheduled a week off, and
Week.
that's like
How fast do you build up PTO?
I have 20 days stored up,
Oh, that's pretty good.
and I just keep them there.
That's
for
like 4 weeks.
yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
good.
but I just keep it there in case I ever get fired.
Right. That's your severance. It's part of the severance package. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe I won't get fired. And I don't know. I'm one of the dumb Americans that doesn't take all their time off that they're supposed to.
Most people don't.
I know.
So,
And I never said I would be that kind of guy, but
most people don't.
I feel obligated to
Yeah.
to work.
See, I don't actually have PTO. All I have is sick leave. So my brother's always like painting his right up to the border. So,
Oh, does he?
Oh, yeah. Where he's like, I can't get sick. I need to build up time for my next vacation. So, yeah. So he's like constantly like, you know, it's like, hey, can you help me do that? No, I gotta go to work. I can't. It's like, got it.
Yeah, I just take time off whenever the kids are around. It's been a long time since I just take time off just for me to.
I'm on the most unstructured. Like, I can take sick days, but that means everyone has to stop.
Yeah.
Right. If I take sick days, everyone takes sick days. I mean, they can work on other things, but it starts with me.
Do you have any of your stuff stored in the bank like you were saying you were hoping to? Yeah.
Yes and no. Okay, so here's the thing: is there are things that haven't been done yet, and I've written the scripts for and stuff like that. So they have it. I don't, because as things get assigned to me, I will do them, right? And I suppose that means if I get to some point where I just like last week, okay, last week when it snowed, and I know like with the kids, it's like this is great, I have the days off, right, and everything like that. But the things that I needed to do got canceled, right? So the things where it's like dog needs to go to Velk because she needs this done, Jeff needs his shot. I won't be able to do this until next week, you know, stuff like that. So that's just a hassle. But there was a part of me that said, what if I was one of those cool guys that said, it's snowing, but I'll bet you it's not in Florida. And you just take off and you disappear somewhere warm for a few days, and you come back and it's clean.
But you have to get there.
You have to leave before.
Yeah, before it snows. Yeah, that's the trick there.
That is the trick.
Yeah, that's the trick.
That is the trick.
Yeah.
Because even if you were going to try to do that by road, they were like, well, you're not going this way. It's closed.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Or you have to
Drive
drive
to
through it
Florida?
on the way back. Yeah. I would not drive that.
Yeah.
No, here's the thing. No, I didn't. But there was part of me that said, that's the kind of thing that I wish I had the foresight to do.
What you do is you see, they didn't say it was going to be that big until,
Like
No,
the day of.
no,
Yeah.
but right before, that's when you go. Vegas, $90. All right, I'm out. And you just go chill. at
If
the
you can
hotel.
get there that fast. Yeah.
It might be like $130.
I don't know.
Oh, like day of?
Yeah.
Well, that was one thing that the news was talking about today that was actually getting more expensive was airfares back up.
Is it?
Yeah. I got to buy some tickets for the spring. I'll go look and see how bad they are. So,
The only thing I saw about airlines was that I think Spirit declared bankruptcy.
good. Good riddance.
Yes, they suck.
The fucking Waffle House of airlines.
Come on, man. At least Waffle House is good.
Yeah, but that's the thing is Waffle House is good, but there's always black people getting in fights there, and that is Spirit Airlines. Man.
Yeah, Spirit Airlines is. I've never flown them, but
I did and said never again.
yeah. See, I've heard just about everybody say that, but that's what I say about Frontier, man. So Frontier is the shittiest airline. It's the Spirit. So
I've heard Southwest has fallen off a cliff too.
the Southwest has been great to me the last few times that I've flown them. So yeah, pretty straightforward. They don't charge you extra everything,
Right.
So
Right.
which is really nice. So
Yep, when you do the trip search thing, Spirit always comes up because it's the cheapest, but they charge you for
everything. Here's you want air.
Right.
So-
It's like, I mean, I don't need it.
Well,
Okay, well,
now we charge it. We don't make it show up on the price until after. So that it shows up as the nice cheap one and looks all good.
Frontier's exactly the same way.
Terrible.
I feel like that kind of like nickel and dimey bullshit is the kind of thing that should have been legislated out like 20 years ago.
Well, they did actually do that a little bit last year. So where they had like it's not like a. I don't think it's actually a law, but it was through DOT where they have like a passenger's bill of rights.
Oh, okay.
So where
Well, can you hand me that?
they have to like like if they cancel your flight,
Oh,
they have
right.
they have to be able to provide you with a cash refund rather than a voucher.
Even in the event of like weather stuff, or
I think so, actually. Yeah. So there was a bunch of rules, like and it was like they had to disclose all fees, which they weren't doing. So there were a bunch of little things like that. They were kind of like, yeah, that's the way it used to be. Yeah.
what happened?
What happened? So, but what's the last airline I flew was American, so it was okay. It was okay.
Yeah, last time I was on was United. They're
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
They're fine.
Mine
They're
was
still.
Spirit.
It was oh, sorry. Was that a Vegas trip?
That was the Portland trip.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Out of Denver?
Yep.
Okay.
And that was one where
God, I fucking hate DIA. I
Really?
do. Yeah, I really do.
Why?
I
going up there or the actual airport.
yes. So, well, my trick was back before Frontier fucked me. So, and stranded my wife in Phoenix during March Madness.
Right. That's right.
So, one of the many reasons why I hate them. But prior to that, I used to fly Frontier. So, because you go out to Denver, they were on a concourse, so you just walk across the bridge. You never had to go through the fucking, pit.
The train's fun.
The train is fine. It's the security gate before the train that is absolute ass. So, where you're sitting there and you're standing around your fucking socks for an hour. So,
Why don't you take your shoes off so early?
I don't know.
Because they've got to come off. You're supposed to be doing that ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
And God, it's annoying because I travel with so much electronic crap that you fill 5 goddamn bins. You have to empty out the shit. I'm like, God damn it, this sucks.
Yeah, it's
the kids and I all had our own devices.
Dude.
And everything. We had to yank everything out.
They didn't make you turn them on, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't done that in a long time.
And your shoes and your belt and all this other stuff. What is that, a vaporizer? Okay, that's got to go over here too. That's got to be off though. God,
There's all kinds of shit, man. It's crazy. So fucking TSA, dude, that we need to dissolve that. I'm done with it, man.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
It's fine.
It is so over the top, and it doesn't do anything, man. So
Maybe they can get rid of me having to throw out my drink.
the whole thing about your shoes is ridiculous, dude. There was one guy. There was a guy. So. Who tried to do that, and all of a sudden we can't do that. And the same thing, there was the one guy who had like fucking some shit in a bottle, so now you can't bring your lotion,
Right.
So
They actually are a little bit more lenient with that.
they've gotten better about it. So, and the same thing with like liquids, they still make you dump them out, but you can fill up your water.
Yeah.
Once you're past security, you can still bring your bottle with you. I remember when you couldn't even bring your water bottle on the plane with you. So.
Oh yeah, because you just see the trash cans in there,
And it was just stacked. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So it's ridiculous, man. So
'Cause I had something bigger than the 3.5 ounces, and I was like, they're probably gonna make me throw it away.
yeah,
And
they let you keep it.
They just let it go through in the suitcase.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
cool.
fine.
So
Yeah.
and that, well, I've got to that point too. I just check my bags now. So fuck it. If my shit doesn't show up, it's fine. They got a Walmart wherever I'm going. So, and I used to be the carry-on warrior, man. So
I'm pretty much carry on.
I am not. I put it in the suitcase, and if I can't fit it, it doesn't go.
I got stuff that needs to go with like medication and stuff. So I mean,
Well, you have to carry those
Yeah.
on. So,
Yeah.
but that's fine. Yeah, like that. And if
You
got
can't put your medication in your check bag.
tree can.
yeah, you
Oh,
can.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You can.
This is not a good idea.
That's the thing I don't want to lose.
No, I always take my meds in my carry on. I do that, and I do like a jacket.
One extra pair of underpants?
No,
Okay.
they've got those wherever I'm going. So-
If sell jackets too, technically.
if they don't have the, well, yeah, but sometimes you get cold on the plane. So
Where
know
you want a pillow.
where you want a pillow. So
They give you those.
those are disgusting.
And they probably charge you for it.
Yeah, you do. Depends on the airline, but
Yeah.
yeah, they do charge you. Like Southwest, I don't even think you can get a pillow on Southwest.
I don't think
yeah.
I could on.
Have you guys, any of you tried those weird kind of like,
The neck
like-
pillows?
yes,
My
that-
wife has one.
do they actually not as
it's
as
not
cool as they
big
look,
enough
huh?
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not this like real Uber hack, you know.
The
Like I don't
commercial people make it look like it's
Well,
just,
if you look at my neck, it's freakishly long.
you just
So
get two
it
of them.
does not. It doesn't even work for me, man. My head does not even
At
get
this point,
far
it's
enough
not-
down.
all
So,
right.
I can't sleep on a plane anyway. So
I sleep
so-
without anything.
I cannot sleep on a plane, man. So I just this is, like I don't care how long the flight is, window seat, earbuds, I'm good. So
My boy exploded on the plane. Like
what?
he had earbuds in, he had his tablet and all this kind of stuff. He had everything going, and he fell asleep and just
All the things.
everything was
Oh,
gone.
you yard sale?
He
Yeah.
woke up and he's just like, huh? It's like,
Yeah.
where's the tablet? I don't know. Where's your earbuds? I don't know.
I'm tempted, you know, the concept now of raw dogging is something that I'm curious if I have the
Bro, I
discipline
have done
for.
that so many times that when it started coming up on TikTok, I was like, wait a minute, what do you mean, a normal flight?
What is raw dogging?
It's just where you stare ahead. So, and you just, zone out. So, no electronics, nothing. I've done that so many times because, like, my fucking phone dies or something like that.
I've never done that.
I can't sleep on a plane, so I just sit there. I learned this when I used to work at the airport and sit on the curb for like 4 hours and nothing happened. You just sit there and you pick a fixed point and you just like tune out. So you can do it, man.
And there are some people that say he's cheating
Why
Because they
would I be
picked the
cheating?
point.
because the point is to still be not to zone out, but to basically submit yourself to essentially like mental torture for 3 hours or however long it. Yeah. No, that's the
How do
point.
you torture yourself mentally?
Well, you do that by not zoning out. You have to maintain focus.
On what?
But while maintaining focus, you are still looking directly ahead.
Yeah, that's fine. But focusing on what?
The dot
What's
in
ahead
the
of you?
middle of the chair.
Oh, okay.
Whatever's ahead of you, you're not supposed to lose track of time during this process.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
How do you not lose track of time if you're not looking at your phone?
Because again,
Are you supposed to count?
you're not supposed to count. It's just you're not supposed to get to a point where time disappears on you.
Oh no,
Right.
see, that's kind of the goal. It's almost like meditation, man.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
That I understand. You know, I used to do that at the airport too.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
I've never.
That's
done
where I
this
learned
in
how to
my
do that, man.
entire
Where you
life.
just like you, and after a little while, you stop hearing things, and then you stop thinking things, and then
And then your brain starts taking you interesting places.
yeah, it's just
Well,
like
then I fell asleep.
See, I can't. For some odd reason, I have never been able to fall asleep on a plane.
Yeah.
So
The first second I'm not doing something, I'm gonna be asleep.
and I mean, this is even on night flights. I've been on overnight, like red eye flights. I can't fucking sleep, even when they turn all the lights off
Yeah.
and shit.
Those are nice though. I gotta be honest.
I
love
can't
those.
sleep in a fucking plane for some
I can't
reason.
either,
You
but
sleep in a car?
Yeah, but like in 30-second intervals. So yeah. So it's not really sleep. Yeah.
well, okay, yeah. So that's true. I can fall asleep in the car. It's just about 20 seconds, and then it's like,
Not while you're driving, when you're the passenger and stuff, like,
yeah.
because that's happened.
oh yeah,
That's definitely.
that's the oh shit wake ups.
Man, I'm glad they put these things on the side of the road. This is great.
No, I can sleep anywhere, so it don't matter.
I can't.
I can sleep right now if I.
I mean, that's the other thing. I can't. The thing they always said to do at Baker, they're like, pull over, take a nap in the car. Never gonna happen.
No.
Does not work.
Not a
Pull the
problem.
seat back. Cannot sleep at all.
In a car?
Instantly.
No, no.
I've done that in a rest stop. So
I would do that at my lunch break at work.
I know
Yeah, I
it
remember
used to,
you used to do
all the
that.
time. Yeah. Okay. So I've gone to the rest stop,
I've done that.
and I would like so on this last trip out to Portland. I went in the back of my car,
Okay.
right, and I laid down with the dog for a little bit, but I didn't sleep. I was just like, oh, so I'm gonna rest my eyes for a little bit. But there is no sleeping to be done in the car unless it is moving, and I'm not supposed to be sleeping.
Yeah, I yeah. This is just like I don't have tolerance for long trips like I used to. So
It's
because of that.
tough.
Yeah, because of that whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, like the longest car trip I've taken in a while was like 12 hours to Phoenix, and that was like ever since then. It's like no, we'll save up money to fly.
Never again.
Yeah,
I
we're not
did the
gonna do it
RV
again.
thing again. That was a lot.
You know what? And you can sleep in an RV. I slept in my RV when I had it.
Oh, that's right. You did have an
It
RV.
had beds.
It did.
Yes, had beds. Plenty of room to walk around.
I would gladly do a cross country RV trip again. That was fun.
Yeah.
I would rather take one plane
Nice hotel.
to go from this side of the country to the other, or if I were making stops, it would be a series of this plane to here, then here to this plane, and so on and so forth.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
want to
cool.
take that long drive anymore. It sucks.
I don't want to drive
The-
that far.
The thing is, I don't like how every region has their own series of drivers, and you have to learn their language when you arrive.
In an RV, you don't.
No, not an RV. Yeah, you're just slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Go around.
Yeah, you're the bus on this thing.
You are, yeah.
Right. Don't worry, dude. They'll move.
Now, if I had to go on my own,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do it. But if the kids are in there and they could come up and talk and tell me how they're got the Xbox hooked up and they're playing over there and telling me how everything's, yeah, that'd be fun.
Don't talk to me. You are disturbing my white knuckle driving.
I had 2 white knuckle moments doing that.
The
Driving
children.
when I was driving the RV. One was going through the northern part of Colorado into Wyoming, and it was snowing and windy.
Oh.
Oh, that's the best part of highway
And
right there.
I was just like, oh god, oh
Like,
god, oh god.
oh, we're on 2 wheels. We're back on 4. We're on 2 wheels again. We're back on 4.
And then driving through San Francisco with that.
Yeah, you told
That
me
was a
about
heart
that.
attack.
Yeah, that's right. Because
I ripped off
only
somebody's-
one rear view mirror made it back fully intact.
No, yours were fine. The
No,
rear
it was not. It was broken.
Oh, it was cracked. But he didn't get yanked off. I blew
But
off
that
somebody's-
doesn't mean that it wasn't broken.
I blew off.
That is not what you call mint in box anymore. That is-
No, I did way worse than
That thing
that.
wasn't mitten box when you got it, Jeff. So,
I did way worse than that trying to leave one of the gas stations.
Oh yeah.
And I kind of caved in your side a little.
yeah.
These things happen. You know what's crazy was when you saw how it was parked in my driveway, right? And you see where the neighbors would park in relation to my house,
Oh, yeah.
which is unacceptable, but I understand. That dude when I gave it to charity, right? That dude got it out of my driveway in one turn. One turn. Like, and it didn't even take him long, right? He didn't get out of the car every 5 minutes to go look and reassess. Like, he didn't go to the dirt and like draw some lines and say, well,
Get out the tape measure.
he didn't bump my my mailbox, anything. He just looked backwards. That thing that like cool guys do. They just put their arm back on, and he just brump and off in one trip. And I was like, "Do you need me to stand back there and give you signals?" He's like,
"Don't insult me, boy."
He'd like insulted me. It's like, God, I feel like this big. It's like, there goes a real man, because I'm not one of them.
Now, if I had to have something where I'm towing something, I have no idea. Drive that.
Oh,
I've never done
Like
that.
towing like a fifth wheel or like a
Even
trailer.
towing a trailer, I've never done it.
I did that a lot as a kid. So
Like going to the lakes and stuff.
going to the lakes and then at the airport with
What happened to that little camper? Gone?
Oh, long gone. Yeah.
Was sold or
Sure.
just disappeared along the way?
Well, they got rid of that one, and then years later, they had a fifth wheel for probably about 10 years. You and I went camping in that thing once or twice. So
It was nice.
It was very nice.
Way nice.
Very nice camper. And then they sold that way before my dad died. So, yeah. Yeah, a long time. That's when I got the truck. That's been over at least 15 years now. So
Because I remember the truck used to have the thing that it attached to.
it's still in my garage. I still have it. So the hitch.
Yeah.
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 In case I ever needed to load a shitload of firewood or something. I don't know. What is there?
In case.
I used to keep it in there because it actually puts weight on the axle. So
Oh, okay.
I can put it back in there.
What do guys normally do for that? Like the big toolboxes or something? Like
I don't know. Yeah. Just
I'll drive a truck.
don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's a pretty heavy truck anyway. So
It is.
yeah.
Comes from that generation. Would you consider at some point buying an electric truck?
No. No, in fact I'd probably put money into that truck and fix it back up. So because it'll last forever. And the cool thing about that truck is when I take it to places, people are like happy to wrench on it. So because it's actually got mechanical parts in it. It's not like, well, let me go clear out your cookies and fix your fucking truck.
Yeah, exactly. It's
No, I've looked at a couple of the electric trucks. So the F-150 is not as powerful as indicated. So there's a Chevy out there that I was looking at. It is ridiculously, stupidly, insanely expensive.
how much do they want for something?
It's like 85 for the base model, and if you wanted anything nice, then
you're gonna have to put a charging port in your garage.
You're gonna have to put a charging port in your garage. I'd have to upgrade my panel. So no,
Oh, right.
I'm not doing none of that stuff,
No.
man. So
No, screw
yeah,
it.
no. And then on top of it, I mean, like the batteries in the trucks are insanely heavy, and so you're gonna be replacing tires every 2 to 3 years. And those things. So, same thing. That's like people with Cybertrucks are already burning their tires out. So, because it's so heavy. Yeah.
No, God, those things are ugly.
I think they look great.
Every time I see one, I kind of like it, but then it turns and you see the profile and it's like, oh.
Here's the thing. There's just something about them that is Nintendo 64 chic.
100%.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
It's all the weight looks like it's in the front of the truck. It's just weird, man.
Yes.
So yeah, and I can't get it looks like a fucking catfish,
it kind of does.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: the criticism that they look ugly, I can't fight you on it because like I can come from an objective aesthetic standpoint and say these angles don't work right. If that just doesn't work right for you, if you like things that are again, my car has weird angles on it.
Yeah,
right?
but
I like it.
Yeah, but your model car's been around a long time.
It has, and this is sort of basically that thing is my car in reverse.
It is. Yeah, it is.
It really is.
Yeah.
Kind of like in the same way where like when you buy the like kits that had like plastic soldiers and stuff in them, and you probably know all the models on these too. Sometimes they would have those tanks where the turret was way up front.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
And those always look stupid to me because, like, we'll just turn it the other way. That's how regular tanks look. But they were designed that way.
Right.
They have some kind of, like, objective thing that makes them work, but I'm like, you're backwards. I don't like it. And so if you look at one of these Cybertrucks and say, you're backwards, I don't like it.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. But there is something to it when I see it. I'm like, I feel like we've actually gone somewhere as a species.
It's possible.
And I enjoy that.
I don't ever see myself buying an electric car.
I
No.
don't.
I will.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, but like,
I need to be rolling in money, I guess.
see, well, that it's expensive for me with my community. It doesn't make sense. So because like it barely make it there and back. So and it's just my brother, like, he's got a badass electric car. He loves it. It's fast as fuck. So you get in, it's like a spaceship.
It's all quiet.
It's all quiet, like it sounds like a golf cart. So, and he loves it. And then I got a couple other friends down there. They bought Teslas or other, electric cars. They love them. But I'm just like, if I'm going to do anything with new cars, I'm going to go a little bit more retro. So, like, I already talked to my wife about this. She wants to replace her car in a few years. I think we're going to go to Meacham's auction and actually get her a classic car. Because they are not as expensive as you think. Compared to going out and buying some, like, nice, souped up, like V6 version of her car now. Probably costs about $45,000-$50,000. So we could spend that and get a classic car, that somebody's restored.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, like, and she really wants a stick shift again, and you cannot get a fucking stick shift anymore, man.
Not in this country.
No. So like there's a lot of companies, they don't even make them anymore. So
Like, you can import them in some places.
yeah.
Mine's got the paddles still.
Her car has the paddles. We never use them, man.
Because you're not a Formula One fucking racer. It's not.
It's a Subaru.
It's not.
The only time I use it is if it's icy and I don't want to hit the brake, then you gear down.
That's correct. I mean, that's what it's for. But yes, paddle shifters are for F1 cars.
And apparently Subarus.
But the difference is their car won't shift until you paddle shift it.
Right.
Whereas for you, it's like, you know what? I got you, buddy.
It's optional.
I'm going to do this my way. In the rare occasion,
If you want
if you need to, right? I got you, buddy. We can do this way, right? Dude, mine has a phony looking like a shifter, right? It looks like a regular stick shift, but it's not. You just move it one to drive,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
That's where mine is too for a drive.
Yes. And if you feel like it, because like if you go back to when we were kids, you're like, well, my hand should be over here.
I put it there.
You can pretend, but I mean, I gotta tell you, it is one of like 3 control stations that I think handles the invisible weapons on my car. So now, the triggers for the machine guns are on the wheel, right? Those are at around 10 and 2. That's where they should be, right? When what are you laughing
Mine
at?
turns on the radio.
But yes, missile control does go down too.
That's the big gun.
I've survived many a long drive by
Pretending
pretending
to
to be
shoot
doing
guns.
other
Many
cars.
times. Yeah, many times. My daughter and I used to do that when she was younger.
Shoot cars.
Yes. Yeah. Mm.
Does your daughter sit in the front seat?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Has for years.
Yeah,
My wife, like for a couple of years there, she was really adamant about the car seat thing, and then it was just like they actually don't do that much good. So, there's a lot of data out there that show that,
Yeah.
it doesn't really make that big of a difference. So, and, it's embarrassing, especially when you get like a little bit older. So,
Especially when you come from our generation where I don't know, like I know that
see, my daughter's whole thing about not wearing a bike helmet was a simple solution of not learning how to ride a fucking bike. She wasn't gonna wear a bike helmet. So, she's like, I'll walk.
you know what? I saw there was a tweet that really spoke to me the other day. I don't remember who said it. It got retweeted by somebody, and I thought of you immediately because it has to do with something we joke about. Said, every city's a walking city if you're broke enough.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah.
Now,
That's pretty good. Yeah. It's a wonderful city. Or if your bus doesn't start fucking work, yeah.
now this was one. It was like it was 4 a.m. I was like, I kind of want to wake up Pat with this one. But now I
Feel
gotta
free
wake up.
anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you sleep bizarre hours too, then?
Oh no, man! My phone is always off.
Oh, okay.
So you can text me whenever you want. If I don't respond, it's because I'm sleeping or busy or something. But I'll see it eventually. Yeah. So
I will tell you, there are one of the more annoying things about human culture is that people have started to pick up on. These guys who have figured out this do not disturb mode, scammers now call twice.
Oh really?
Some of them
Oh,
Oh. They almost got my mom again the other day with the new one.
do. What's
was
this?
it? I don't remember what it wasn't the US Postal Service one. It was a different one.
What is the Postal Service one? Is that like you have a package to pick
You
up?
have a package, insert your what's your email, what's your address, it's like, well, we're holding this for $5. What's your credit card? It's like, come on, guys.
Are you really holding my package hostage?
Yeah, exactly.
I want to see a picture of it with today's
I
newspaper.
think she got threatened to be arrested. Is the thing. It's like, you need to report to the local constabulary. She's like, what?
Did your mom get ghetto about it? It was like,
No,
now
man.
listen here, Pajit. This is you come and get me.
Right, yeah. I got my bat with me. I'm not afraid to use it.
So at the vet, one of there's a tech that I don't see too often. She usually doesn't come on the days that I work. But she and I were actually kind of close, and she was like, "You haven't taken any trips with this dog lately?" She's like, "Weren't you going to?" Because the last time I saw her was before I took the Portland trip. So I drove to Portland with this dog. And she's like, "Oh yeah, what did you do there?" It's like, talk about family stuff. So like my brother and and his family met him out there. It's like it was cool to see everybody in the same place. She's like, "Oh, where's your brother live?" And I was trying to remember the area where you live, what the name is.
oh,
Okay.
And I was like, "It's not Black Forest." It's just like, it's that if you go east far enough, you hit this section of town where like only white people live. Rich folks.
That's it. Yeah, they're all in the Air Force.
Now keep in mind the new doctor is there, and unfortunately for her, she just started laughing because she knew where it was. She's like, "Oh, I know where that is." And I was like,
In there.
and what the funny thing was, the thing that they also knew was like, there's also a secret like white people place. If you go to that area where Biaggi's is, it's like that's a spot for white people too. It's like because it's Biaggi's and not the Olive Garden,
Right.
and so
I don't know where Biaggi's is.
it's up north.
it's up north. It's like Union and
Way up there.
yeah.
No, it's not even on Union. It's on, what is that? It's like Research up there.
It's in that area,
Yeah.
but if you go there, like this is where you will find our California pizza kitchen. This is
that
where
closed.
Did it really?
It's dead. It's,
Wow.
yes. Got replaced with a faux shop.
Nice.
Now it better be an actual like upscale one, not one
I
of these.
doubt
like-
it very much, Jeff. I bet you it's just like the flotsam of the California Pizza Kitchen reassemble itself into some more West Coast cuisine.
But yeah, if you go up there, it used to be nothing but shops that were designed to price out poor people.
Oh yeah, that whole area.
Yeah.
That's where my ophthalmologist moved to, in this like super fancy joint. So
Oh.
yeah,
Okay.
they sell really expensive glasses.
Oh. This is good.
Yeah, business is good.
You know what's funny? Eyeglass salesmen are the worst salesmen on the planet because you break it down. You say like, you take the one that's like $14, and you've got one that's like $3.85, and you say like,
Oh no,
what's the difference?
no.
It's like, this one's just a little bit nicer.
This ain't Walmart, bro. The ones where they just let you wander around are even better. So,
Oh, but yeah, they do not sell the product. Like they do not break down the distinction of why this one is $350 more.
no,
than
this one just frames
Yeah.
your face a little better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just a little bit nicer.
these are a little
I
lighter.
get $150, so I just cut off wherever that line is.
Oh, from work.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's nice.
yeah.
That's nice.
So
I was doing that for years, but then what happened? They changed our plan. So it was like, what's that thing where if you don't spend it, you lose it?
your
HSA. No, it's not your HSA. That will. Wait, no.
It's a
FSA.
flex account.
I think you're right. I think it's the FSA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they did that. I was like, fuck that. I'll just pay for them.
Well, because you end up.
Because I always lose the money.
You do, and at the end of the year, you're like, 400. Okay, so I got the glasses that'll knock off 200.
Right.
So I'm gonna buy like 10 boxes of Band-Aids, and you go to like the pharmacy area.
Yeah.
You're
Like,
like,
I need a humidifier. Yeah.
you do. You're walking out there. It's like I need a humidifier. It's got like 5 sets of like Dr. Scholl's and
Like, you doing okay, man?
Yeah.
I just have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
FSA. And he's like,
Yeah,
gotcha.
FSA,
It's like,
gotcha.
you know what? So here's some good ways to eat up the FSA. You should like go over here, electric massagers. Here you go. This will knock off $55. This here, right here, perfect gift for the ladies. It is a suction blackhead sucker. Doesn't work. $75. Go ahead and buy this right here.
All right, man. We're only about $5 short now. So,
That's why I love my HSA.
Those are great.
rolls
Those are great. Yeah.
yeah, we don't actually have one of those. So
I love it.
You don't get HSAs with self-bought insurance.
no, you do not.
No, I don't think. Yeah, I don't even think that's an option.
You're not on Obamacare, are you?
No, I don't qualify.
Yeah. Okay.
They seriously like when you come to Obamacare, they're like, go ahead and type in your income. Like, if you start with a number that's like above 10, they're like, thanks but no thanks.
Really, it's that bad?
Dude, it's low. It is
That
way
sucks,
low.
yeah. Yeah, because they have to get the subsidy because if you pay for it out of pocket, it's like totally not worth it. So
I'm in the spot where you have to pay for it out of pocket and it's
Yeah.
not worth it.
we looked at that several years ago and it was like competitive. And then we waited for like a year and then looked at it again. It was getting worse. So
Yeah, this shit that we have right now is it is just the worst of all worlds.
well, unless you're getting it through your employer. So I know you don't have one of those.
Well, I have an employer,
But you're not.
but like
Yeah, it doesn't have 50 employees.
That's correct.
You're not working 29 and a half hours a week. So, yeah.
Yeah, what's the staff? It's me. It's her and her and her and her, and that's it.
Yeah. And you guys are all over the place, so you can't get like a state specific plan. So
Yeah, you're right.
otherwise you could.
Well, that'd be cool.
Yeah. So
But no.
but no.
No.
Nope.
No.
Yeah.
No, they're all fine. They're all ladies married to rich Russians and shit. So it's like it's okay.
It's called self-insured.
Like,
To pay doctor with cash. Yeah. And cocaine.
this is the same thing where I'm listening to her like complain about the American healthcare system. I was like, what? And you know, she's like, well, let me explain how the Russian healthcare system. And I was like, all right, now hold on. Is this for regular Russians or good Russians? It's like
For people who are in good party standing.
it's like, well, there's a free version. I'm like, say no more. Okay, got it. Okay, so there's a free version in Russia. how often it's like, well, you get free checkups, like, go on. And you also get other free things, but you have no choice in those free things.
Yeah.
They freely tell you to not get sick.
Well, they'll help you if you're sick,
Oh, okay.
but there
You gotta
is
pay up front. Is it like China?
no. Well, I mean, you actually don't have to pay up front. It's just the free version
Yeah.
gets you free version stuff.
So the vet takes care of it.
So the ibuprofen is just as good as antibiotics
Right,
if you take
right.
enough of it. Yeah.
Right.
More vodka
More vodka. Yeah.
sterilizes anything.
No, it's a dog kidney work with human. You know, it's
Right.
just like,
Yeah. Exactly.
it's just similar parts. Yeah. It's just, but when she was describing her level of care in Russia, it's like, oh, okay.
So when you have money, it does fantastic out there.
So I was like, and you're complaining about the American system? I was like, you have to have been somewhere special to be complaining about American health.
And what were her complaints? Like quality or cost?
Or time. It seems like you gotta wait forever for appointments.
Oh man, you should go talk to some VA guys.
Her problem was that she didn't feel like her doctors were listening to her.
Kind of what you pay them to do.
I was like,
Yeah.
well, so I was like, look, I don't want to make excuses for the medical system in America, but I have to explain to you something. I was like, what? Do you know what malingering is? She's like, no, you never taught me that word. I'm like, United States doctors are always on the lookout for malingerers or people that they have everything. They get on Google
Oh,
and
yeah.
they need you to run them through every possible disease.
Yeah. This is why our system is that expensive. Yeah. So.
And once they run you through the entire gamut after taking 2 years of this, they will diagnose you with chronic fatigue syndrome or fibromyalgia.
Yeah. Irritable
Which-
bowel syndrome.
Oh yeah, that one's
IBS.
that's a lot.
Now, I have met people that did have IBS,
Yeah, it sucks.
and it hurts.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who say they have it.
She was like, "Are you serious?" I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, because then I could get FMLA.
So there are people that really want to be sick in the worst way.
Yeah, they don't
But
want to
they're
go
just
to work. Yeah, they don't want to go to work.
You're
So.
you're well versed with this.
I am
Yes,
100%
you had
well-versed.
you had one of those
Witnessed it first.
goblins hiding out in your basement for a long time.
Yeah.
And I presume that the brother of that is still probably in that same situation. Was like, I can't work. I have dyslexia.
I have no idea anymore.
How do you not work because you have dyslexia?
He found a way
It was lights would do something to
Dig ditches. Yeah.
at night.
Sure.
Yeah, do something in the dark.
Yeah. There
Cool.
you go. Yeah. Actually, there was a
working,
whole study
doing
about
something.
ADHD that came out the other day that was actually pretty interesting. It said that they
I
actually
think
need
I read the same one.
the one about like they actually need to have busier work schedules. Which I'm sure a lot of people were like, no, not that, no. So, but it was like, yeah, actually, if you schedule a tighter work schedule, so for someone with ADHD, they're more productive, and their symptoms alleviate after a little bit of time. So, as opposed towards like, no, you have ADHD. Why don't you just do whatever the fuck you want to do?
Yeah, the kids are pretty happy thinking that they have ADHD.
That's because it gets them out of time test. So
Right.
yes, so
Not that I'm sorry, man. Time tests are really not that stressful. They're not. That not in this day and age, and not in this fucking country.
well, not if you do them the right way too.
Well, it
so.
just gives them a reason to not focus.
yeah. It,
Like, oh, I can't sit there.
Well, no,
I can't.
everybody
focus.
realizes
I
that learning how to do fractions sucks. We get it. So but chill out with that stuff.
Well, also not focus, but be told that it's not your fault.
So they've stepped off that a little bit. I don't see that out of the high schools the way that I was like 5 years ago. So, and I do have to be honest with you. I see a lot less accommodation requests now
Yeah.
than I used to.
Yeah.
So they've kind of like the kids now, like who are coming out of high schools, they're a little bit more battle hardened than the ones were like 5 years ago.
Because they think their parents were pussies.
Well, that and
COVID,
COVID. Yeah, that and COVID. And they're like, yeah, school can really suck if we really put our minds to it.
Right. Yeah, I guess we read two different articles because the one that I was reading touched on that a little bit.
Yeah.
But the case they were making was that Adderall should be available to everybody except for people that have ADHD.
Really?
Yes, because they said that
this didn't say anything about Adderall.
the whole thing was for most people that take it that are not on that don't have ADHD, right? It puts them to higher productive levels and essentially gives them like a temporary boost that you need.
Yeah, that's why people were taking it during tests and stuff.
Yeah.
Right. And they were saying that regular people should be able to use this as necessary, and the ADHD people, well, they don't need it because they're already there.
That'd be like just giving people steroids.
Adderall?
It's like a cheat code, man.
I don't think that's very sustainable over there. So, I mean, I've known people who are on Adderall. So, you come off it eventually, and you're not the same person.
That's why it should not be available.
Yeah.
You shouldn't give kids steroids.
I'm not saying I agreed with the article.
That's insane.
William, the whole basis of the article was that everybody except the people suffering from this, that it was made for. Now, keep in mind, this is some bullshit California article, but I read it. It's part of my career. I have to stay up on board on these kind of things. It's about the brain. This is my life. Brain chemistry is sort of like my thing now. So yeah, this is some total bullshit. This is like one of the things that's going on right now. The huge debate is autism is back on the table, big time.
Yeah.
And there's a lot that needs to be discussed with it. Why? Because 20 years ago, it was like 1 in 1,000 people was diagnosed. And now it's like 1 in 36. So there's this argument. It's like, well, they just weren't diagnosing it before. It's like bullshit. I mean, here's the thing:
the definitions it's broadened quite a bit.
The definitions changed, but here's the thing: is like testing for it is super easy, and it always has been. Like you can go to a doctor; they can diagnose you with that pretty easily within about like 30 minutes.
Yeah, but they talk about the spectrum thing and like all these different like discrete symptoms that are now part of the spectrum. It's not like dial it up and you got bad autism versus,
Well, if you have bad autism,
No, it's not even like that.
Yeah.
It's different. It's different symptoms within different categories
Right.
that are all on the spectrum.
Right.
Okay, so I've had a number of students who absolutely positively have autism. You can tell. I mean, you can think back to when we were in school. There were a couple of kids who's like, "Yeah, that guy had it. Yeah, totally got it." Kind of thing. So, but then I've had others. Well, I've got autism. I was like, really?
And you can't be like, prove it.
No. I never ever do that.
No, of course. No, you can't.
I learned that as a manager years ago. So that I am not a doctor. I will not diagnose.
Let me see your autism card.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
And I still have people try and wave that shit in my face. It's like, oh, you need a doctor's note? I was like, no, I believe you. It's fine. So, and they're like, what, really? I was like, yeah. Weird, huh?
I don't really care.
I don't really care.
What's going to happen here is that this work still needs to get done.
Yeah.
Right?
You can just do it when you want. It's fine. I don't
And
care.
having that condition will never make it okay for you to say weird things to the girls.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that a couple of times. So
The thing about this here is that, because they're like, they know what there is still absolutely no real concurrence about what causes it in any way, shape, or form, right? There's this.
Oh, well, if you ask certain people, it's fucking vaccines. So.
And if you ask some people, they say there's no possible way it can be vaccines.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, well, actually, I can't know that.
No,
I can't know that.
I don't.
You guys can't possibly know that.
Joe, I tried exploring into this stuff several years ago. This is even before COVID. Particularly when it came to things like PTSD. So, holy fucking shit, nobody agrees on what that actually is.
Not even a little bit.
Yeah, I know. And so to like actually turn around and say, well, we really thoroughly understand ADHD or autism or dyslexia and stuff like that. It's like every article you read contradicts something that you read like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just, It's like, okay, I'm out. Yes, you have it. It's fine. It's still due on Friday.
Right.
If you need another day, it's fine. Take it. You know?
How many extra minutes do you need for this test? That's fine.
That's fine.
Do you need to do this in a dim room? There's one right
There's
over
one
there.
right over there. Knock yourself
Fine.
out. Yeah.
Straight to me when you're done. Don't cheat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Don't cheat.
Yeah, I
You know
mean,
how surprising it is to like just ask students not to cheat? They won't cheat. If you just look at them and say, "Hey, don't cheat on this. It's not worth that many points. I want to see what you can do." They don't fucking cheat. So
sometimes you just have to say don't cheat because it's like
Yeah.
it's when you say don't cheat, it is basically like putting in their head like,
Are you watching me?
exactly. I'm going to put this cake out in the middle of this room.
Uh-huh.
Yep, forks, but I'm going to say don't eat it.
don't eat it.
But you're going to presume there's a camera here.
Yeah. Even if there isn't, don't eat it. It's not yours.
Right.
So, yeah.
But if you just say don't cheat, it's like, what do they know?
Yeah, well, that does. Yeah, there is a little bit of a looking glass effect there, but some of it is they just like, oh, okay.
I hadn't thought of it though.
It's funny, man.
It's nice that you have faith in me.
Yeah.
All right. Let me show you what I can do.
Yeah, show me what you got. So yeah.
I'm going to throw that 67 right in your face.
I'll take it.
Dude, on top of that, man, this is the other thing is like, you and I joked about it a long time ago about when I was knee deep in education, you were still in business, and you were like, everything that you do is just 5 years removed from the business world, right? It's just repackaged with some. You know what I said? I said it was like PDSA, where it was like plan, do,
Check, adjust.
Yeah, ours was off by one term.
Yeah.
And I was like, why do you know that? You're like, my man, that's
Bro,
that's
it just
5
filters
years
into
old. Yeah.
education 5 years later because somebody's like reading, oh, another John Connor book, and let me see how I can adapt this to education because I need tenure.
Yeah, and that's the thing is the medical industry as well as the educational industry, they're full of sham shit like this.
Education is replete with it. I mean, it is so thick. It's not even funny. I mean, I'm pretty up to speed on some of the education lit out there. It is dreck. So
Total dog shit.
It totally is dog
Total
shit.
dog shit.
And the problem with that is that there's so much of it that there's probably some good ideas in there and they get
Absolutely.
lost, Business writing is dreck too, though, bro. I gotta be blunt with you. So
Now I'm spending time with this crap.
yeah, I know. And you see, the thing is, if you do this for another 6 months, you're gonna see the same shit come around real fast. So,
This was okay. So this was one of the strategies I was trying to talk about here. They were like, because I was talking about this well before, in terms of how to market this person, right? And they were asking like on a structural like storytelling level,
okay.
how do you tell this person's hero story? I'm like, well, who's your villain?
Yeah.
She's like, I don't know. I'm like, okay.
Why do you need to tell a hero story?
This is hold on.
Okay, all right,
This was an angle that they were working. I was like, okay, well,
Okay, Charlie.
the thing that I put on this was like, all right, think about the people that you're trying to attract to your business, right? You did say the demographic was mostly male, correct?
Sure, yeah.
It's like, this isn't a sexist thing. It's generally more male entrepreneurs, right? And you're looking for people that are
Especially in
stumbling.
tech.
Yeah,
very much so.
and there's a lot of autism crossover there. But the whole thing is like, you're looking for people that are struggling a little bit. I'm like, well, let me tell you a little bit about the male mind for a second. Just, I don't want to generalize, but it is what it is. Like, how many of you in this room are married? It's like most of them raising their hands. I'm like, okay. How long is it before your husband has a problem before he goes to the hospital, right? Or the doctor? Now, one person raised their hand, okay? But all the rest of them, they just started laughing. It's like, because I know this story. Because guys go out there with their own logic and they say like, well, I don't go to the doctor unless I've tested all the steps first that I know of, right?
Okay.
But that's the doctor's job. But also, if you take those same guys and apply it to business, if they're having trouble with business, what are they going to do? They're going to check down everything that they think works before they go to an outside consultant. And even then, some people are going to see that as a sign of weakness. I couldn't figure this out. I asked people.
Well, yeah, that or they're going to see it as expensive. So
Or see it as expensive. Right. And so I was like, well, so the people that are your villain, right? Because remember, a person getting to that point where they're going to turn to outside help, they're vulnerable, right? And so if you have basically like hucksters that there's nobody, I'm sorry, there's nobody worse in this business than Tony Robbins. He is.
Oh, he's great, man. He's the greatest huckster that has ever lived ever.
He's fantastic at what he does.
No, he's not.
No, he is. He is. He is. Because you know exactly what he's doing, and he still makes you feel like it's not that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's man. I mean, if you follow Tony Robbins' shtick anymore, I mean,
and there's different people who have repackaged that or sold it in a different way.
He's been doing it for 40 years,
Yeah.
man. He's been around forever.
He's so wealthy.
Oh, I know he's rich as fuck, but you know, like he does the same stuff that these televangelists used to do back in the
You're
70s.
absolutely right.
Yeah, and stuff like that. That's where he got all that stuff from.
It's repackaged, yeah. Yeah.
So, but at the same point in time, it's also like, I mean, his events are like, they're like comedy shows almost, you know?
Almost,
I mean,
yeah.
you go to one because he's in town.
But like the circus, like
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. So, I don't know, man. Yeah, I've read a lot of his stuff, and it's like, oh my God, your grandma told you.
it is. It is. It's all stuff. It's like, did you bother to Google any of this to see if it's actually true? Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It feels good.
Yeah, and that's it. It was like, so the people that you're up against, right? The people that are your adversary are people that are taking advantage of people in their weakest moment, right?
Well, yeah, and unfortunately, being in a consulting field, there's a lot of fucking huckster consultants.
My God.
Oh my God, they're terrible, dude. So they really are. You know, that's why reputation is everything, man. So, you know, but I mean, yeah, we've done a little bit of consulting, and that's the biggest problem right there is, you know, it's like, well, how much is it going to cost, you know? And, you know, us being academics, we're like, nothing. They're like, wait, what? You know? It was like, no, we just need access to your data. And they're like, why? So we can write you it. It's like, who came over here and robbed you earlier?
Exactly. Yeah,
you know?
It's like, why are you acting like a rape victim?
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
Jesus. Because that's exactly what you are.
It's like, well, sorry we asked, you know? So
You see these people, they still have like the blanket and the cocoa, like
the fucking tinfoil one.
space blanket. Chuck space blanket.
From FEMA. Yeah.
All right. Yes, that's fine. I mean, we should close out here, but I just have to ask: have you been looking at the cabinet pics?
Oh, they're
Gates?
bananas. Gates is crazy, dude. I mean, I could hear Congress screaming from my house today.
Oh my God.
You don't agree?
Oh no, I think it's a brilliant pick. So, you know, but
To just ruffle everybody's feathers?
I mean, like if you put him in charge of a department like that, it's gonna buck him like a horse. So, you know, but still at the same point in time, I mean, like Trump's gonna be like, all right, well, if I put an idiot in charge of this thing, it's not gonna come after me anymore. So, we literally have AG Beavis. You know?
Oh my God.
He is. He's a portmanteau of Beavis and
Yeah.
Butthead.
But a lot of his other picks are really good. And so, you know, I don't know anything about the Department of Defense guy. So I
Matt
never.
Hexus?
Is that how you pronounce it?
He's on Fox and Friends.
I don't watch Fox.
He's
so
the weekend guy on the Fox and
I
Friends.
definitely
was
don't
just
watch
like-
it on the weekend.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
I didn't know that he won 2 Bronze Stars.
See, that's
He was
pretty
awarded
impressive.
2 Bronze Stars.
I didn't know.
And he was a Green Beret, so which is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So, but like that one was out of nowhere. So Marco Rubio was like,
That's the one I'm like, why him?
I don't know. I don't mind him. I mean, I don't think he's a bad dude, but I mean that was like his in 2016
Sworn enemy.
sworn enemy.
Yes.
And now they're besties to get. So he's going to turn around and give him the top job in the cabinet. So
No, that would be like Department of Throwing Knives goes to Nikki Haley. I'm like,
she got cut out.
he mentioned her by name.
Yeah, she got cut
That
out.
was some like 6th grader birthday party shit where it's like, You know who's not coming?
Yeah. Yeah. No Homer's Club. Yeah. So.
I was like, are you serious?
No, that one was funny.
So the rest are all like his best. Everybody that
His-
did
The
everything.
Christy Nome one is interesting, man. I've been watching these guys gyrate over this one the last 2 days, since it came out, kind of like, they're like, well, she's not qualified, but blah, 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 stuff like that. I'm like, dude, she's his type.
Well,
He wants her close.
You remember.
She was nonstop pumping him up.
Yeah, but she,
Okay, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Way back when, and you can go back to the tapes on this, when we were talking about VP candidates, right?
Oh, yeah.
We both said, like, I'll bet you Christy Noem gets in there. However,
Yeah.
then that book came out where she's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, shot that dog. What are you gonna do?" So she disappeared for a while. It's like, well, I can't be associated with a dog shooter. And she disappeared. And then when her name came up again, I'm like, he didn't forget.
No, he didn't forget.
He didn't forget.
Yeah,
No.
He didn't forget. No, and there's a couple other loyalists in there that he's picked.
I cannot be more excited for his border czar. That guy is.
I don't know anything about that dude.
He is the type of crazy like I am. He is like, if I went to talk to him about
Put landmines there.
it's not landmine, it's explosives from drones. Like if I
FPV
talked to him about
drones,
this,
yeah.
if I talked to him about this, he'd be like, "Give me your number."
It's in the works.
Yeah. It's like I thought of that 5 years ago, Jeff. Yeah.
I've just been waiting for the go ahead. They're letting me do everything.
That dude fears no person. He gives no shits. I watched a greatest hits clip of him going after everyone in Congress. And
Is he from Congress?
no, he's from
I
he's
don't
from
remember.
ICE, I think.
I don't
Okay.
remember.
See, that's the one thing that I saw that was kind of concerning because Matt Gaetz, and then who's the UN ambassador? She was that representative from New York,
Yes,
Stefanik.
Yep.
And then there's another one that he pulled from Congress.
There's another one from New York.
He just pissed away the majority. So in Congress, that was something that people were pointing out today. So that
All the seats haven't
Yeah,
been
there's still
called yet.
11 seats up.
I thought they called it today.
No, they
Oh.
made it to 218, but they
Okay.
still haven't finished counting.
Yeah, all right. So, well, they were saying that they had a 2-seat majority that was confirmed. So maybe it's the other ones that he's banking on, but they were like, what the fuck is he doing? He's making John Mikeson's job much harder by pulling these dudes because
Do they just have a re-election, or
they have to in the
That's what they
House. Yeah. So in the Senate, they can, the governor appoints
signs,
somebody.
yeah.
Yeah. So, which was funny because he said, well, Marco Rubio, fucking Ron DeSantis is going to appoint his own ass. Because he's term limited out. So,
Oh my god.
so
That's a good point, man.
I know. We'll see if he actually does that. So, nobody's going to do anything without Donald Trump's approval right now. So, he's so in charge, it's not even funny.
Well,
So-
it was fun. So our favorite guy, Fetterman,
He's hilarious.
so he said it today. He said, "Did you hear him?" After the Gates thing, he's like,
He called him a jagoff.
he said it was like, well, he was laughing. He's just like, "Do you guys not know when you're being trolled?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
He's just straight up. He's just like he's messing with the whole.
yeah, he's totally doing it.
Like Jesus Christ, yeah. Some of these picks are so brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Oh,
I don't know about the Fox guy, so he might be a really good one. I don't know.
Could be.
Oh no,
I mean, that's the biggest chunk of the federal government right there. So,
Oh yeah, that's true. And then
I'm excited to see what Musk does.
yeah,
Him and Vivek partnered up to,
I
thought I saw something where he's going to make like a game that shows which department has the highest inefficiencies, and
Maybe.
like it'll be posted up on a board like every. I'm like,
But
oh
he-
my god, this is going to be hilarious.
it will be fun. But I mean, that's up to Congress though to spend the monies. He can't decide to cut a
But-
department's budget.
No, but if he makes it look horrible,
He might. Yeah.
and then Congress
Yeah.
has to be like, Shit, he's got
that might be the
little
game.
diagram showing how
Yeah.
much we're wasting.
That might be the game, but like all the things is all those programs are tied to individual constituencies. So like the one that we have to watch here is whether or not he tries to fucking dismantle Space Command. So that would affect a lot of fucking
Wait,
people.
didn't he create Space? Oh no, SpaceX.
He created the Space Force.
Space Force,
So
yeah.
Space Force.
Right.
So, but they've been threatening to move Space Command
To Alabama.
to Alabama. So and they were able to fight that one off in Congress. And so if they turn around and try and start cutting programs, you got to watch for the little fights in Congress that happen once it's on Twitter this week, and next week something else will be on Twitter, and then they'd be like, no, we're not going to do that. We'll see. I don't know.
Well, this was also the quote unquote exodus from X as well.
What's that?
So bitchholes like Don Lemon are saying like,
Who cares?
well, no, this is why, and the Guardian said that they were getting off of X.
Bye.
You have a whole bunch of goddamn drama queens just talking about like
It's a British newspaper. Fuck off. Yeah.
I know. I guarantee you in like 5 minutes you're gonna see like fucking Axios rubbing their hand on their head and talking about how it's all over.
They make too much money with their hand wringing, so they're not going nowhere.
No, and the same thing like with the Washington Post when Bezos said like, no, you're not gonna endorse anybody.
Oh, and you're gonna come in the office 5 days a week.
Yeah. That's how this is gonna work.
So
Oh, did you forget that we run an office here? Because if you're not here on Monday,
yeah,
you're looking for another.
casual days are Fridays.
And not every Friday.
Not every
Every fourth Friday.
Every fourth Friday, the last Friday of the month. You can wear khakis into polo.
Yeah, it's a shit show, and that's I think that's hilarious.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, I think the one thing is he'll have his whole cabinet in by Thanksgiving, man. He's down to just a couple.
That was the other thing.
Couple picks left.
Surf Mommy got assigned to intelligence. Tulsi.
Yeah.
Tulsi Gabbard.
Oh, really?
Director of National Intelligence.
What is that in charge of?
Intelligence.
Well,
Nationally.
So, right.
oh, I don't.
Not a local level, but the big one.
Yeah, I know, but he already appointed the CIA director, so
Yes, he did.
yeah,
But
that's a different dude.
I presume this is a different wing of alphabet agencies.
I don't know.
But
Maybe it's in charge of the DIA.
I do know that what's his butt? Mr. Special Counsel Jack Smith.
Oh, he's cooked.
Yeah, I think that dude has been Googling like countries with no extradition treaties.
Okay.
I think that dude, if he stays in this country, is just they will find something.
I don't think we'll see any retribution prosecutions. I really don't. So I might be wrong about that, but I'm gonna put a pin in that one right now. I don't think he's gonna fuck with that because he's got other shit to do. So
I get it, but remember, it wasn't just what the Fuhrer wants; it's what the people think the Fuhrer wants.
I think Donald Trump's a little bit more expressive about exactly what he wants.
Hey,
Yeah.
you!
He writes it down. Yeah.
All right. There you go.
All right, I'm Pat.
I'm Will.
I'm Jeffrey.
Hitting the button.
All right.